I don't want to talk to you about execution and management and business planning and culture. I want to talk to you about money, because money, we believe, is the number one problem in your business. It's not mission, it's not purpose, it's not all these beautiful things everybody tells you, it's not planning and organizing. I have 7 businesses. There's 7 little companies. There's been no plan. There's been minimal organizing. Tremendous speed to market, okay, is one of the things that has made us successful. But mostly, in all the businesses, every business was created around the concept, it needs to make money. Because if it doesn't make money, you'll call yourself an entrepreneur. Because you're not going to be able to call yourself a business person. And so this industry of entrepreneurs that is now so popular, I never even knew the term until like a year and a half ago. Okay? Before that, I was in California. Somebody said I was an entrepreneur 15 years ago. I'm like, well, that's code for I don't have a job. Okay? Today, look, if you want to be an entrepreneur, good, but really what you want to do is evolve to being a business person that makes money and that provides a good living for a lot of other people, right? So, number one problem in your business is employee disengagement. It is not actually money. Money is their problem. Employee disengagement. How many of you here run a department? Let me see if you run or manage more than just yourself. Let me see a hand. How many of you here run or manage a household? Okay, good. Well, if you can't manage the household, by the way, you have disengagement at a household level. Would you agree? Husband and wife are disengaged. One's doing their own plan, this one's doing their plan. 50% of those marriages are going to fail. Okay, that's what they say they're going to divorce. Truth is, way more than 50% fail. People should not be looking at the divorce rate, they should be looking at the failure rate. You heard this statement before, knowledge is power. Warren Buffett was on TV yesterday, he's 88 years old, he's worth $83 billion. Okay, I want to know where the guy is in his cycle. Everybody's got a life cycle. I'm young, I'm broke. I get a little bit of money. I'm middle class now, okay? Now I'm rich. Now I'm super wealthy, okay? And now I'm gonna die. My data points will change. Everybody agree with that? Where are you getting the data from, okay? If this is probably where I'm at right now in a number of places in my life. Both my finances, my brand recognition, my international presence, my business expansion. I'm probably up on an upward slope. I might be down here and not even know it yet, okay? Because I might not know how high I could go. Probably this is a mistake. I didn't know how big I could get. So down here, what am I telling you right down here? Get your money, save it. Like if you go back and read my books, when I was 30 years old, 35 years old, I'm telling you, save your money, save all your money, save all your money. Why? I'm trying to put some money away. Then I get right here, I'm like, I need to get the money to work, right? I get here and I'm like, I need to get the people around me making money. When I'm starting this cycle, so you need to understand when you're listening to me today, leave here and you go to John Maxwell's workshop. Where is John in the cycle of his life? The source of data. Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs was down here, animal. He was an animal. Him and Bill Gates were like carnivorous. They weren't thinking about giving money away. They didn't have any money. They were in a garage, right? Scrapping out, man, buying tacos, probably stealing a little bit. Warren Buffett down here took 500 shares of Ford Motor Company stock for free to pitch it. To tell people I have 500 shares, the IPO. In 1957, Ford Motor Company went public. He got 500 shares from the company to say he was buying Ford Motor Company. He didn't buy Ford Motor Company. They gave him the shares. It's against the law, okay? He's outside the statute of limitations. That's what he did then. That's not what he's doing now. This used to be a goal of mine to make $1 million a year. That was my goal when I was 35 years old. One day, I said to myself, I said, self, little G-dog, one day, young man. I wrote this over and over and over again. I talked to myself in the mirror. I'd sit on the toilet and say, one day, I'm gonna make $1 million. One day. And people used to tell me, that's crazy, dude. Like, why do you think so big? This is when people were telling me not to. They're like, why do you need to do all that? Why do you just be happy? Just be a good person, okay? Be happy that you live in America. Be happy that you have meals and be happy you got good health and all the things that the people around you that quit on money, that quit on financial freedom, that quit on possibility, that quit on their potential, all the things those people will tell you to try to convince you to quit. When in reality, what they're really trying to do is make sense of why they quit. Note to self. Okay? Last month, I distributed $1.2 million to other people. Okay? It's not money I made. It's money I sent out. So it just goes to show you how small I was thinking when I was 35 years old. First thing you got to do is decide, as a business owner, do I want to make more money? See, if this dude with the camera, if his pockets are empty, he's walking around empty pockets. And he's got his fancy camera. This is the problem with the artist. They starve their whole life. They starve their entire life. And then you wonder why they're grumpy. There's no money. I'm eating at Little's all the time. Sooner or later you hit the reality. He hits the reality. I got a nice camera. I love taking photos. I got to shoot Grant Cardone. He watches Lord Sugar leave on his jet and says, hey, why does he get to fly free everywhere, do whatever he wants, and I'm stuck with my camera and no money? How many believe that? Yeah. Sooner or later, after days of going to work, months of going to work, years of going to work, sooner or later, if he works for this man, he's like, I resent this man. I resent this man. I resent that man, business owner. I resent Paul McFadden, the business owner. I resent you, so I know I won't work for you. In fact, what I'm going to do is screw things up for you. It's called disengagement. The only business people that will survive, the only entrepreneurs that will make it in business are those people that decide to grow their businesses. Little will fail. Not the little grocery store. Okay? If you try to stay small, you will fail. Okay? I'm telling you this from personal experience. I tried to stay small. I tried to manage the business. I tried to be the king of the business. I tried to have no employees because employees cost money. I'm like, I'm not going to have any employees. I'm not going to pay the cameraman. I'll just hire him when I do a gig. And the next time I'll hire another guy. And that'll keep my expenses low. How many are brought up like this? Keep the expenses real low where we can manage the expenses. The expenses are going to be so small that no matter how much we make, I keep it all. You have to advertise. You have to advertise in your career to blow your brand up. You cannot not advertise and save money. It cost me probably $400. Should I even say a number this big? Yes. Or do I lose everybody? No. $400 million we have estimated is what it cost me because I didn't advertise for the first 20 years of my career. But before you spend $1 in advertising, and even if it was wasted, it'd be a great dollar to spend. Even if you don't get a return, you should do it. But before you do that, what you need to do is spend a lot of time, energy, and resources on branding. I made a mistake here not spending more money in advertising. I made a bigger mistake not spending more time, energy, and resources on branding. And you are making a mistake if you do any kind of metrics on did it convert? Did it pay off? Branding will not pay off. Zero. You will get a zero return if you don't brand. Okay, you will get a zero return for branding in the beginning. You will never get a return on advertising if you don't brand. Branding is a must. It is senior to advertising. Do you want to make your business bigger? I know this seems really simple. But the reality is, if it's not simple, I don't care where you are on planet Earth, whether you're in Wales, I'm going to go to Glasgow tomorrow, we're going to leave here and go into Spain, I'm going to do Russia in about 3 months, I'm going to go back to Miami and do business in Miami. No matter where in the world I am, folks, if it's not simple, you're not going to make money. Listen to what I'm telling you. If it's not simple, you will not make money over long periods of time. It's got to be simple for other people to understand it.
Around people that are changing will not change you. I know this whole mastermind thing, we have masterminds, and I believe they're great, they're awesome. But if Ryan back there hangs around me and I'm changing, that don't mean he's gonna change. Mm-hmm. So look, I've seen this for 30 years. I've gone places where the only reason everybody went there was because they were working on themselves, changing, improving, courses, classes, education. Elena and I, actually, great story about Elena and I. The only reason people went to these places was to improve themselves, okay? I gotta tell you something. Only about 10% of the people that went there flew. They were changing. They were actually making the changes. The other people were hanging around people changing. Just because you're around people changing doesn't mean you are going to change.
You got to do the work.
To change, my brothers and sisters. You got to change. You know, Ryan hangs around me. If I change my clothes, that don't mean he changes his. If everybody in the house changes their clothes, takes a shower, put some deodorant, it don't mean if Ryan does not change his clothes and take a shower and put on his deodorant, he gonna stink.
Dropping bombs.
To change, you gotta change. It doesn't matter how many people you hang around that are changing. If you hang around everybody just getting rich, getting wealthy, doing great, creating stuff, and you're not gonna change. To change, you got to change.
I invest $5,000. He's got $5,000 in the bank. Another guy's got 50 grand in the bank. And another guy's got $500,000, okay? All three of these people invested money with me. This is Cliff, this is Dave, and this is Jennifer, okay? Cliff sent me 5 grand. Dude, it was his last 5 grand. It was as hard for him to do this as this guy to do that. Do you understand? Okay? This guy earns, I don't know, he's gonna earn $300 a year. This guy's gonna earn $3,000 a year. This guy's gonna earn $30,000 a year. But they all had to start with this. They all start with $5,000. Everybody starts with $5,000, including Jennifer right here. She's got a 5, just another 0. All of them had to make a decision. Should I keep the money? This is where the opportunity comes in. You gotta think in terms of opportunity costs, okay? Is my money better in the bank? Or is my money better in an asset that can grow over time, okay? Do I buy a watch? Okay, do I buy something stupid?
That's beautiful, man.
It is beautiful, but it's stupid. Let's keep it real. Stupid is as stupid does. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is stupid paddock. Okay? However, the reason, the way I bought the paddock was because the real estate that I buy, not this real estate, okay, I already distributed to these people, the real estate I invested in sent me a little check. I'm at the Beverly Hills Hotel today. If you've never stayed here, you have to, okay? Every single day that I have been here, I have met someone that will help me in my career. They don't tell you this in school. They don't teach you this. Your parents didn't teach you this. You have to go where the money is. Money is not just, okay, I'm going to buy a Lamborghini and I'm going to buy a big house and I'm going to buy some jewelry and I'm going to get some nice sunglasses and I'm going to go buy a big watch and I'm going to go on vacation. It's about going where other people are that have money and that can help you. That can help you so you can help others, so you can help your parents, so you can take care of them, so you can take care of your kids, so you can be a good example. Look, money's not going to make you happy. You guys already know that. Everybody knows that. I don't even know why we're talking about it. Money will not make you happy. But it'll get you an Uber.
It'll get you an Uber. It'll get you a hotel room. It'll get you access to the Polo Lounge. It'll get you breakfast this morning to sit at the right place with the right people, that maybe someone discovers what you're doing, what you're up to, and that takes interest. Every single breakfast, every single lunch that I've been here, and every single dinner that I've been sitting out in public, I have met someone that can literally help me with my career.
I heard a man tell me once, he's like, Grant, money won't make you happy. I'm like, son, you ain't got any money. Quit giving advice on something you failed at. Right? If you're taking notes, you want to write this down. Never, ever, ever, ever take advice from a quitter. Never, ever take advice from a quitter, particularly financial advice. The first question I asked you today was this: do you want to make more money? Then quit taking advice from people about money that don't have any money.